Hey mama, yeah, you, the one trying to hold it all together, wondering if you're going to stop just surviving and start actually living. If life feels like it's on repeat, chaos, exhaustion, running in circles, you're not broken. You're stuck in a cycle that set you up to feel small, and I get it because I've been there. But what if I told you that change doesn't come from doing more, hustling harder, or finding the next shiny thing? What if real transformation comes from 7 tiny, powerful habits that, when done consistently, slowly but surely rebuild your life from the inside out? Habits that give you clarity, confidence, and momentum even when it feels like everything's falling apart. By the end of this video, you'll have a concrete roadmap to start doing just that. No overwhelm, no fluff, and stick around because I've got a free tool that'll help you take action today so you can finally start building the life you and your kids actually deserve. You didn't choose this mess, but you do get to choose what comes next. Welcome back to the Restart Life Mama. I'm Bev, and around here we talk about rebuilding your life after the breakdown. If you're a single mom who's barely getting through the day, unsure of how to adult, or feels stuck trying to heal and move forward, you're in the right place. We do healing with humor, growth with grace, and we don't wait for confidence to begin. We learn to just begin because your best years aren't behind you, babe. They're rising from the ashes right in front of you. Make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications because I post content every Tuesday and Thursday. Content that helps you get organized, rebuild your mindset, create small but powerful habits, grow your confidence, and take the kind of steps that actually move your life forward. And don't just watch, be part of this community. Like and share this video and drop a comment below because you are not alone in figuring this out. All right, let's get into it. First is let go of perfection. Perfection is the enemy of peace. I know you've been trying to have it all together, the perfect schedule, the perfect job, the perfect self, the perfect life, the perfect partner, the perfect comeback story, but it's wearing you down. You're exhausted, you're spread too thin, constantly comparing yourself to someone else's highlight reel. And that's exactly what keeps you stuck. You don't need to be perfect to move forward. You don't need to have all the answers to have it all figured out. Healing, growth, and rebuilding your life doesn't come in neat little packages or on someone else's timeline. It comes messy, honest, and real. So today, give yourself permission to stop chasing impossible standards, to stop pretending you have it all together, to stop exhausting yourself trying to live up to an idea of perfect that was never yours to begin with. Presence, showing up for yourself with honesty and intention is worth more than any polished image of success. Second is focus on what you can control. You know what keeps most women stuck? They're trying to control everything. The outcome, the timing, the people, the past. You replay the conversation, you analyze the text, you wish you'd left sooner, stayed longer, said it differently. But here's the truth, babe. You can't rebuild your future if you're still trying to rewrite your past. That's where your power leaks. Because when you spend all your energy trying to fix things you can't control, you drain the strength you actually do have to change what's in front of you. So instead of saying, I can't believe I wasted all those years, say, I'm not wasting another minute. Instead of, he still doesn't get it, say, I'm not waiting for him to get it. Your life starts to shift when you stop reacting to what's outside of you and start responding to what's within your control. So here's your challenge. What's one thing, just one, that you can do today to move the needle forward? Not the perfect thing, not the huge life-changing thing, just something small and doable. Maybe it's journaling instead of spiraling. Maybe it's going for a walk instead of texting him back. Maybe it's drinking water before you scroll. Those little acts are how you take your power back. Because the more you focus on what you can control, the less chaos controls you. And remember this, you don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. You just have to take one brave step. Third, prioritize quiet time for your soul. You can't hear God, your intuition, or your peace when your life is all noise. And I know your world is loud, your phone's buzzing, your mind's racing, and the to-do list never ends. You're pouring out all day and wondering why you feel empty when it's finally quiet. But the stillness you're avoiding, that's where the healing actually begins. Quiet is uncomfortable because it makes you face what you've been running from. But it's also where you start hearing that small, steady voice that says, you're okay, you're not broken, you're being rebuilt. You don't need an hour-long morning routine or a full-on silent retreat. You just need 5 minutes. with your coffee, on a walk, in your car before pickup. 5 minutes where you breathe, where you stop scrolling and start listening, where you remember who you're becoming. It's not about the time, it's about the intention. You show up for everyone else all day long. Now it's time to show up for your soul, because that's often where God speaks. Not in the chaos, but in the stillness after it. And if you let yourself sit in that quiet enough, you'll start to realize something powerful. You were never disconnected. You were just distracted. If you need help building this stillness into your routine, grab the Next Chapter Planner. It's linked down below. It's designed to help you create simple rhythms that protect your peace one day at a time. Fourth is create simple, consistent routines. Healing thrives in structure, not because it's rigid, but because it's grounding. You know what most women get wrong about structure? They think it means pressure, hustle, or perfection, but the truth is, structure is safety. When your world has fallen apart, your nervous system is desperate for something predictable, something steady to hold onto. That's what routines are. They're not rules, they're roots. So start small, 1 or 2 anchor habits that make you feel human again. Your morning could be as simple as prayer, water, gratitude. Your night could be journal, stretch, silence. That's it. You don't need an elaborate ritual or a Pinterest-worthy morning routine to rebuild your peace, because the point isn't to impress anyone. It's to remind your body that we're safe now, we're rebuilding, we're not living in survival mode anymore. Your routines don't have to look fancy to be powerful. They just have to be consistent enough to ground you. And if consistency is something you struggle with, or you just don't know where to start, that's exactly what I walk you through inside the Restart Plan. We build rhythms that actually stick so you can stop spinning and start stabilizing. It's linked in the description below. Fifth is practice self-care daily. You don't need a whole day off. You need a few moments that remind you you're actually human. Self-care isn't a bubble bath once a month or escaping your life for a weekend. It's what you do inside your life to stay alive in it. You don't need a spa day. You need sunlight on your face, music that lifts your mood, skincare that feels like you're tending to your soul, stretching the tension out of your body before bed, dancing with your kids in the kitchen, driving in silence with your coffee and your thoughts. That's not luxury, that's maintenance, because you can't wait until you're empty to start pouring back into yourself. You don't refill your cup once a month, you sip daily. And when you start seeing self-care that way, not as indulgence, but as integral to your healing, you stop feeling guilty for needing it. You realize caring for yourself is caring for your family. You're the thermostat of the home. When you're grounded, the whole house feels it. So give yourself those small little sacred pauses every day. You're not asking for too much. You're just remembering that you matter too. Sixth, build supportive friendships. Healing isn't meant to be a solo project. The world will try to tell you to tough it out, that you have to carry everything alone. But isolation doesn't make you strong. It feeds self-doubt. It whispers, you can't do this. You're not enough. But community, the right people, does the opposite. They remind you who you are when you forget. They lift your head when the weight of life makes you feel buried. They celebrate the small wins when you don't even notice. You don't need a huge squad, just a few real people who get it. Join an online mom group where judgment is replaced with encouragement. Reconnect with that friend you've been avoiding but who always made you feel seen. Show up at a local meetup or class where other women are walking similar paths. You deserve people who remind you who you are when you forget. And here's a gentle nudge. That's exactly why I created the Restart Life Moment. So you don't have to rebuild alone. So you have a place, a guide, a community, and the support you need to heal, grow, and take brave steps every single day. You don't have to do this by yourself. You were never meant to. Seventh is celebrate your wins. You wouldn't shame your toddler for taking their first steps. So why are you shaming yourself for walking slowly and building your own life? Every tiny move forward matters. Every moment you didn't spiral matters. Every call you made, every decision to take care of yourself, that's progress. That's proof that you're moving, growing, and building momentum even when it feels invisible. So here's what I want you to do. Name your wins daily or weekly. Write them down. I didn't yell today. I cooked one healthy meal. I took 10 minutes to breathe. And then keep a proof of progress list in your planner or journal or your phone and revisit it when you feel stuck. It's your personal trophy shelf. You're not behind, you're not failing, you're becoming slowly, surely, and powerfully. And remember, celebrating wins isn't a luxury, it's fuel. It's how you reinforce your confidence, your resilience, and your trust in yourself. Turning your life around doesn't start with massive leaps. It starts with one new habit, one new thought, one single day where you decide to move differently. That's it. That's the spark. And you've already done the hardest part. You decided you're ready. You showed up today. You're showing up for yourself right now. That is courage. That is power. Now let's make it practical. Download your free Next Chapter Planner. It's designed to help you take all these habits we talked about and start building them into your life with clarity, intention, and zero overwhelm. And if you're ready to go all in, my Restart Plan course is waiting. Step by step, rebuild your routines, your mindset, and your identity, creating momentum that actually sticks. They're both linked below. Here's what I want you to remember as you leave this video. Your best years aren't behind you, babe. They're right in front of you, waiting for the life you're about to create.